All right, guys. Well, I just got done with a very moving experience doing a guided tour of Auschwitz-Birkenau, the concentration camp and death camp memorial. And I just wanted to give you guys a few tips to help you guys be able to come here and be able to see this very important part of history. So the first thing I would say is you can actually get tickets in person the day of if you get here early enough. I got here at 7:30 and there were plenty of English speaking guided tour options available. They really recommend you do it online, but if you didn't book your tickets in enough time like me, because sometimes they sell out in the summertime like 2 weeks in advance, then you still can show up here and do it the same day. The next thing I would say is if you're wondering if it's too long of a trip from Krakow, like if that's where you're visiting, it's actually only about an hour train ride from there. And then from the train station here in town, it's like a 5-minute bus ride to get to the museum where the tour starts. So definitely don't let that stop you. If you need to take the train here, it's a very short train ride and they got trains running back and forth all day. Very easy day trip from Krakow. The next thing I'll say is make sure that you're respectful when you visit. When you're doing the tour, when they ask you not to take pictures of certain areas, listen to them. When they tell you not to talk in certain areas, listen to them. Don't be taking phone calls or taking selfies or anything like that. It's very disrespectful, and you have to remember the gravity of where you are and what occurred in the places where you're walking through. Literally over 1 million people were murdered here, so make sure to keep it respectful when you're doing the tour. And the final thing I'll say is I wouldn't recommend bringing young children on this tour. It's a very heavy experience, and I can tell you that a lot of young children just wouldn't be able to handle it. Our tour guide did not pull any punches when talking about the atrocities that occurred there. So please, I would say if your child is under like 13 or 14 years old, probably not a good idea to take them on this tour. Anyway, guys, I hope those helped for you guys planning doing day trips or trips out here to Auschwitz. It's definitely a very important part of history, a very sad part of history that needs to be preserved and needs to be remembered so that it never happens again.